And for a treat today, we're going to do some southern fried chicken. We're going to do it eat it BBQ style, so stick around and watch this one. Okay, so I've got these chicken thighs, and I've already washed them and patted them dry. And we're going to use all of this, and yeah, it looks like a lot, but the deal with it is we're going to use equal amounts of the flour and the breadcrumbs, and then the next most we're going to use is probably going to be our salt and our garlic powder. Everything else we're just going to put just a little bit in, and when I get ready to put this together, I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do. Alright, here's where we're going to start out. This is a cup of regular flour and a cup of breadcrumbs. I'm going to mix those together. So we're going to equal amounts of those. Whatever that amount is up to you and the amount of chicken that you're using. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to put in the garlic. And remember I said that the garlic, after the flour and the breadcrumbs, the garlic and the salt are going to be your two biggest seasonings you want to get in there. And it's going to take quite a bit. Stir it up. And then we're going to take a little pinch of it. We're going to taste it. No. More garlic. And it's going to seem like you're going to put a lot of garlic and a lot of salt in this, but you got to get it right. If you make it pleasant to your taste like this, it's going to be really good on the chicken when we fry it. Got a little pinch of this. It's getting close. I think it needs a little bit of salt. Now these other seasonings, this is some cayenne. Give just a little bit of heat, a little bit of paprika. Got some chaucherie here. And we got some black pepper. A little bit of onion powder. And put in some parsley. Probably just a little bit of seasoning salt. Alright, we're going to stir this up and we're going to taste it. It isn't bad. It might need just a little bit more garlic and a little bit more salt. We're going to do that and we'll be right back in a second. We'll get this started. Alright, we have our seasoning done. I added some more parsley, some more salt, some more garlic, a little bit of onion powder. Just keep taking a pinch of it and tasting it. And when it tastes good to you, that's when it's good. So the first step in this, we're going to take all of these pieces of chicken and we're going to roll them through our mixture here. Want to get a good coating on them. So starting to build our crust for our fried chicken. And trust me, this is going to be good. I'll get the rest of these rolled and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Alright, our first two pieces are done, but I want to give you a better look at what we're doing here. Now these are our pieces that we went through the breading the first time. We're going to roll them through the milk. We're going to take them back through the breading. And we're going to lay them, get breading on them. We've got plenty of it. And we're going to take these and we're going to lay them skin down. We got to raise the basket. Lay these skin down inside the fryer. Sorry, skin up. You want this part to skin up. This is the non-skin side, obviously. So it's always skin up in the fryer. And we're going to leave them in the fryer for probably 2 minutes. All we're trying to do is get a pretty color on them, and we'll finish them off in the oven. This is the best way to make really good fried chicken. If you make this, if you go and do this, you will be very happy. Be back in just a minute. I'll show you what these look like before they go into the oven. Okay, it's going to take a couple minutes here, but we're going to show you just exactly. We're going to follow these all the way through this process. Here's our first one. Take your breading in your hand and throw as much as you can get on it. Kind of fold it up a little bit. We're going to drop this into our hot grease, actually just into the pan. Okay, roll this through the milk, pretty easy. Down into the breading, get your fingers in it, get the breading on it good. Just remember, this is your crust, this is your basically bark on your chicken. And you might wonder, hey, why is that old guy wearing gloves? Well, look at this mess. Would you want that on your fingers? It's a whole lot easier to get off when you take your glove off. I'm going to drop those down in the deep fryer. And we got 2 minutes. I'm going to let those go for 2 minutes. Just let them sit in there. 350 degree oil. It's not going to cook them through. We're just looking for a color. Remember, this is 2 minutes. You're going to leave them in there for at least 2, and then you're going to look at your color and see where it's at from there. I'm not saying you don't have to leave them in there for maybe 3 minutes. And you'll see the color when you open it up and look at it. Remember, 350 degree oil on this. 350 degree oven. That makes it simple. Alright, our 2 minutes is up. I don't know if you can see the color on those. We have to let the grease drip off. Here's all our others. Take these over there and add to them. That's hot. Now look at the breading on those. Look how pretty those look. I'll bring them closer to you. You tell me that doesn't look like delicious chicken. And all we did was went for a color. They've only been in the fryer for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And that's exactly what they're going to look like when they come out of this oven. We're going to put them in a 350 degree oven for probably an hour. We're going to check it 45 minutes, see what our temperature's at, and we'll be back. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit of side thing. We're going to make some homemade chicken gravy here. That's just 2 cups of water and 2 bouillon cubes, chicken bouillon. And then over here, we've got our potatoes started. It's probably maybe 6 medium-sized potatoes. We're going to boil those down. We're going to make some real mashed potatoes to go with our fried chicken. Alright, we boiled these potatoes for about a half hour, which is really about 10 minutes longer than they really needed to be. But we're making mashed potatoes, so we want to make sure they're good and soft. And I'm going to put some butter and some sour cream in these, a little bit of salt and pepper. You can use milk if you want. You can use heavy cream if you want. It's all what you want to do. A little bit more butter. Alright. So, we got our mixer. I'm going to start in this really slow. Let the mixer do the work. This is on low speed. You can see they're mashing up really, really nice. The trick is to overboil your potatoes just a little while. Like I said, about 10 minutes worked on this. We're going to season these up with some salt and pepper. We're going to put this alongside our fried chicken. We'll see you in just a minute. Alright, we're just thickening up our gravy. Now we did was put some flour in this while it was cool. We put it back on a, I don't know, a 3, just kind of a simmer, which will thicken that up. Our potatoes are done. Let's see what our chicken looks like. Woo! This is good. Let's see what it looks like. 167, 181. Well, it was like in the 170s, mid 180s. And this stuff is tender, mid 180s. This is done. So, I'll come back and show you what a plate looks like here in just a sec. Okay, the star of our show here, the chicken. It was in a 350-degree oven after we deep fried it for 2 minutes, for probably 45 minutes. You're looking for around 165 to 170. And that's where we're at right here. The potatoes I used butter, sour cream, and then salt, pepper, garlic powder. The gravy, that was pretty easy. It was 2 cups of water and 3 bouillon cubes. I let that cool completely off. I added flour and dissolved the flour into it, put it back on the heat until it thickened up to where I wanted it. And you know what? Now it's time to eat it. Alright, this is our after the cook segment. The chicken, from start to finish, this whole thing took right at 2 hours. Had the chicken, it was 2 minutes in the deep fryer after you seasoned it. And then it was in the oven for, I don't know, 45 minutes. The potatoes, I boiled them 10 minutes longer than you needed to, so they boiled for 30 minutes. Seasoned those with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, butter and sour cream, and then the gravy, that was 2 cups of water and 3 bouillon cubes, and then I let that cool. I put the flour in, let it dissolve, and put it back on the heat and let it thicken. And I'm telling you, if you try this, you are going to love it.